everybody. Welcome to A Quickie with Miss B. I'm Miss B. Today is Thursday. Thanks again for joining us. Today we're going to talk about the squirrel moment that you have when you're cooking.
Yeah. And so everybody knows she has a YouTube channel. Okay.
Yep.
What's your YouTube channel?
I don't know.
You have two. You have a cooking channel, and you have one named after this show.
Quickie with Miss B. What's my other one? Oh, yeah. It's just called Ms. Boomy.
Okay. Wow.
I had to take the long way home.
You have a YouTube channel. I know. What's it called? I don't know. What? So she has cooking videos for all of you people that are just realizing this. And you can actually watch some of these special moments happen live.
It'll make more sense.
So you can go there and watch her explain why there's a bowl on the counter that nobody needs to know about at all.
I don't remember doing that. Honest to God, I don't remember doing that.
That was so funny. She had a bowl. She was going to put bacon in a bowl, but first she had to make the bacon. And she was doing her intro beginning where she talks about all the ingredients, all right? And then she begins the cooking process. Sometimes there's things that have to be cooked before you put the whole thing together. This particular time it included bacon, but there was an empty bowl there. And I don't know why, but she put her fingers on it and went, okay, so this is for the bacon. Well, it'll be for the bacon. See, this bacon, you have to cook the bacon. I'm going to cook the bacon. And it's like, oh, wow. She's gone.
I can't even blame it on being nervous or anything like that. It's just squirrel.
No. The bowl was empty. And she started talking about bacon. And then all of a sudden she's like, I'm in too deep. I can't explain the bacon bowl. I'm in too deep. All she had to do is pick up the bowl and move it off to the side and keep talking. Nope, she was in too deep. She has to explain the bacon bowl now.
Well, somebody was going to wonder why I had an empty bowl.
It's for the bacon. Pretty much. After you cook the bacon and you dump in the bowl, you can go, okay, get all your ingredients together. I got my bacon here in this bowl. I got this, and this, and this. Everything's fine. Instead, you're like, there's a bowl there. All of a sudden, you became too bothered by the fact, right in the middle of everything, there's an empty bowl. People are going to want to know, what's with the bowl?
Well, wouldn't you? I would.
So I'm going to explain the social and geometric possibilities surrounding the so-called empty bowl. Don't bother asking. It just cracked me up because it was like nobody cares about the empty bowl on the counter. And it's funny as you said, as you went, and you're going to take your bacon, and the minute you said "and take your bacon," it was like you threw yourself for a loop because you looked down and there was no bacon in it. Well, you hadn't cooked it yet. You had just said, okay, here's your list of ingredients. And you said bacon, and then you went to the bowl. And the bowl was empty. No, everyone knows it's for the bacon, except you. Well, now you're in just too deep. Now we have to explain. I have to tell them about the bowl. There's going to be people all over going, oh my God, it was an awesome video, but I gotta know about the bowl. What's with the bowl?
I don't have those moments too often.
Didn't you have a camera land in some food?
Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, you weren't quite sure where to go there.
That's when I think I first just started doing the cooking videos because I got talked into doing it by some of my friends and I really didn't want to. And then Eric thought it would be really cool if we had a camera mounted, underneath one of our cabinets so you could see what I was doing. And then, of course, the other camera that was kind of doing the side view. And I don't know, talking about all the ingredients and stuff and how we're going to put this all together. And I think I got the whole mixture into a bowl. And just as I got everything in there that I was going to mix together that needed to go into the pan to cook, down came the camera. Not only do we have hamburger, lettuce, and blah, 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 but hey, let's throw in a GoPro too.
Those are the things that then shatter her ability to communicate. First thing is, it falls, she sucks wind. Second, something comes out of her mouth. Not even she knows what's coming out. Most people, vulgarity. She could have a total squirrel moment right there.
Yeah, I don't think I swore. I think I just did have a squirrel moment and then took the camera out of there and put it off to the side and eventually just finished with the video. But yeah, that was early on when I really didn't have a clue.
I've seen you rearrange things on the counter before. I start laughing going, nobody knows the right order for that stuff. Nobody. No, but I'm a arrange things person, but I also am aware nobody knows the correct order for those on the counter. There's no book. There's nobody going, hold on, turn to page 45. There's the cinnamon in front of the cinnamon's in front of the sugar. Who does she think she's fooling? No. Nobody knows that. But you'll be talking and you're like, well, and then you got the cinnamon and the salt. Don't forget the salt. And you're like, did she just she rearranged it? Why is she? Because she's about to say cinnamon and salt, and the salt is in front of the cinnamon, and that can't happen. Throws her off.
That you put the ingredients together.
I've had some laughs. I've had some good laughs at this. Like, nobody knows, but man, she's making sure that everybody knows. That a living soul knows that salt shaker in your brain is supposed to be on the left side of the cinnamon. Nobody. You don't have to do a thing. And you're like, let me make sure that everybody knows those two things are not in order. And the funny thing is at that moment, it throws you off. You're off for a second. You'll be like, so, yeah, just make sure you get your cinnamon and your sugar. And you're like, wow, that messed you up that bad, huh? Squirrel. Because I know you, so I know you're not saying that should be on the left. No, there's a whole conversation going on in that nog. Did Eric move that? Did he? Don't tell me he. God, I hate it when he moves my stuff. All of this is going on in that noggin right now. She's live, by the way. She's not saying any of that, but that's what it is going on in her noggin. She gets it all arranged, and now we can have our conversation because, number one, everybody knows cinnamon goes ahead of the sugar. Ahead of the sugar. It's cinnamon and sugar, not sugar and cinnamon. Really? People?
On that note, I'm going to go rearrange my pantry. Back in a moment. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Cookie with me. I'm having too many squirrel moments. John's just confused and making mistakes. But hey, glad you're here. Today is Thursday. We're talking about, the squirrel moments that you have in the kitchen when you're cooking.
Yeah. Now I've had a few. One of them will go down in history. Christine loves that one, the famous turkey story, where I shrunk wrap a turkey. I shrinky dinked my turkey, as she tells it.
Yes.
But There's another one that involves bread. And I'm not quite sure what my noggin was thinking, but yeah, we had a bread tragedy. I had, it was in the midst of everything going on in the holidays, okay? Everybody wanted me to make cloverleaf rolls. You know what those are, right? Cloverleaf rolls. That's where I take a whole batch of homemade bread and then I break it up into tiny little balls. This was taught to me by Caroline. And then I make each ball into like a meatball. Each ball of dough to that. Then I roll them in butter in my hand. And then you throw them into the muffin tins. And what happens is it's like 3 muffins in one. They get up and you can pull them apart and they're covered in butter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I'm worried about that, but I'm trying to also make bread. Because everyone's like, we're going to make homemade garlic bread, all that. So I get going, and for some stupid reason, as I pulled out a dish out of a 400-degree oven, I thought, I'm going to use the residual heat that's in there and try to get this, to rise faster. All right, so I'm going to put some bread in there. I should have turned the oven off from 400. That would have been a big plus, but yeah. But so I wasn't thinking. I did the yeast, and then someone said to me, "Do you want me to mix up the yeast for you?" I was like, "Yeah, mix up the yeast." And then I made sure that I mixed up the yeast. So I have 3 yeasts in the bread now. So I have enough to do roughly 9 loaves of bread in like a loaf of bread. So it's getting ready to take off. All right. I get ready to put it in the oven, and I realize, oh, wow, I left the oven on. Now, that's not going to work. It's going to mess it all up. So I took it and put it in the living room on top of the stove with the stove wasn't on at the time, with a blanket over it. Yeah. And then I started hearing giggling. Hours have gone by. I hear giggling and laughing, and oh, my God. Oh, wait, that's not funny. And I come out there, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like pointing, and okay, the bread is now a waterfall. It's on the carpet too. So all of you that understand yeast, smell, carpet, yeah. And it's the holidays, so carpet cleaners, they're not available. We're closed. So yeah, and spraying water and trying to clean it like I did, equally not a good idea. So, yeah, I had a lovely little squirrel moment where, in the midst of all of this, I made the yeast concoction. Then someone said, would you like me to make your yeast concoction? And I said, sure. And then I went, you know what I should probably do? Make a yeast concoction. And apparently I had poured mine in, and then when they said, do you want me to do that for you? I said, yes. So they poured theirs in, and then I went, you know what I should do? I should make one of those. So I made it. So I've got like, I don't know, probably 6-7 tablespoons of yeast and equal amounts of sugar in a bowl of dough going, let's do this. And it didn't rise like normal. Oh, no. It waterfalled. I've got stuff popping and oozing and coming out over the sides, going down the sides of my stove, onto the floor. It's in the carpet. I'm like, wow. And that's when it all comes to me. Oh, I did make and then I made it. Yeah, okay. All right. Probably not going to want to do that. I don't want to, make a checklist or something. Yeast, check. More yeast, check. Even more yeast, check. There's a lot of checks there, isn't there?
I can't believe you did that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what we were talking about, but I literally kept starting the process of making bread. Mm-hmm. And someone's like, you want me to help you start it? Yeah, sure, why not? You know what I should do? Start it. And you're like, wait, whoa, dude. Yep.
I'm not going to make you make bread.
I'm good at making bread. It's just that I was totally having a squirrel moment, completely distracted, don't have a clue what I was thinking when I did that. Now, we all know why I shrunk wrapped the turkey, because I'm cheap. We can't, there's not, we can argue all we want about that. It comes down to, I'm not giving everybody $7 for a plastic bag. I'll strinky dink the turkey first.
Oh, man. Oh, on that note, let's not let John bake for a while.